My name is Laura Clendaniel, and for the past 6 or 7 days, I've been convincing myself that I was not, under any circumstances, speaking for the yearly mission trip sermon. I did not want to do any public speaking whatsoever because I completely hate it. But the past week that we spent at SSP in Walker River has obviously changed my mind. At SSP, everyone is encouraged to step outside their comfort zone. Each day during lunch, we would receive our spiritual sandwich consisting of several different spiritual and faith-filled questions. However, every day, the two questions always seem to come up. What did you do today that was outside your comfort zone? And what did you do today that you felt comfortable doing? Our group had many different answers to the first question, varying from taking a freezing cold shower or sleeping in a room with more than 70 other people that they had just met, to going up almost 30 feet on a scaffolding. That last one was mine. But a friend of mine, Jacob, who I just met this week, told me that he is usually shy and reserved, but because of the loving and welcoming community, he couldn't help but come out of his shell. He said he found himself telling people things that not even his best friend knew about him. And he contributed to the singing that was nothing short of beautiful on our 30-minute drive to the work site. It can be hard for some to sing, or more like scream at the top of their lungs to American Pie and the Backstreet Boys. But all 15 people in that van did it, and they didn't have to worry about how good their voices were. SSP's objective was growth. They want us all to step outside our comfort zones and broaden our horizons, and turns us into better and stronger people. So here I am. I stepped outside my comfort zone. I just spoke in front of all of you. And I might be shaking a little bit, but it's okay, because I did it. And now it's my turn to encourage all of you to step outside your comfort zone and do something that maybe you haven't done before, maybe something that makes you a little uncomfortable. It just might make you into a better person.
My name is Claire Sprock, and this is my second year at SSP. The year before, or 2 years ago, when we went to LA, it was a very urban area, South Central LA, so going from that to having an experience in the desert was very different for me. I wasn't able to connect with the homeowner like I did in LA because the house that I worked on was abandoned, but I knew that I was making a difference in someone's life, and when the person was going to come back and live in that house, I made a difference. I put a roof on her, over her head, and I painted her walls. At SSP, a few of you touched on the community, and it really is unlike any other community ever because it doesn't follow rules. We form lasting relationships in like 6 days I'm still friends with a lot of people from 2 years ago, and I really connected with the staff and campers at SSP this year, and relationships that change your life, they really do. And we share a common goal and interest, and we're all in the middle of the desert, out of our comfort zones, and we really get to know each other. And, excuse me, in between the cold showers and sleeping on the floor, we learn about each other's goals and everything, pretty much. Spiritual sandwiches were amazing. We got to talk about things that, not come up in normal conversations at home. So the community at SSP was really amazing.
Good morning. My name is Katie Thurman, and last year I went on the mission trip to Mississippi, and with all those happy memories, I couldn't wait for SSP. And how I'm going to explain my experiences with SSP this last week is through poetry. And the first poem is about us arriving and just being welcomed with open arms. And yeah. The word of the Lord is about love and caring, for we have to adore the miracles that are worth sharing. We are all angels for the work we do, because we want the very best. Wanting our love to reach out to the new, we practice the prayers and love we possess. The road will be long, but God will continue to bless, for we know the Lord will not be gone as we help along the weak and the helpless. And we were taught when we first arrived that we were truly a blessing to all these people on the Indian reservation. And because we were doing these good deeds, we were growing closer to God in Jesus. Excuse me. To withstand the disasters we cannot evade, God's love cannot be an easy trade. We ask for answers to clear our minds, so through prayer and thought, you and Him combined. Everyone is special to another one, whether it be your friend, your foe, or little son. When a love is not fake, it plays a significant role that you cannot misplace. How a love can keep a world go round makes me believe that God is in the sky, the sea, and the ground. This poem explains that God is everywhere, and one of the spiritual sandwiches we had one day, the question was, where do you most see God? And I was thinking for a bit, and I realized that we were where God was. People living in Walker River, Nevada, they didn't have much. They were basically in the middle of nowhere, tumbleweeds everywhere, and so I said that God is here. These people are happy, but they don't have very much. And last but not least, receiving gratitude was almost too much to bear because any other happy moment could not compare. This past week, my work group painted a house. The primer was already done, so we just painted the house and the trim around the windows. And just, he was very thankful for us and what we did, and it was just very uplifting. And the second house, we redid the roof. We put tar paper and shingles and stuff. And even though, like Claire said, it was an abandoned house, there was going to be new people living there, and it was just a great feeling that we got to help out.
So now you've all heard about our experiences, and I know it sounds like a lot, and it's very, it feels like we really did cover a lot of things, but at the same time, there's no real way for us to communicate how deeply this experience affected us. And we'd really just like to thank the parish for all of your support. And I mean, we couldn't have done this without you, without coming to the dinner and just all the support we received. I'd also like to thank all these guys. We got back yesterday at like 5 o'clock, and so we all wrote these sermons pretty quickly, and it was challenging, but I feel like we were successful. So thanks for listening.